Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to the second launch video of 2023. Now on Tuesday we got to see the livery Haas will be running this season, but today it's all about the world champions, but not really all about the livery. Earlier this afternoon, the team showed us their 2023 livery in New York, and yeah, it's exactly what you probably already expected, but with some new partner logos on the car. The team has been bigging this up as the RB19, even though it doesn't look much, if any, different to last year. But even if this is the actual, real, proper car today, it won't be the car we see at testing or at the first race. So I'm not going to sit here and make a fool of myself pointing out things that might not even be there in 3 weeks' time. I will give some thoughts on the livery later, though, for what it's worth, but that familiar look wasn't the big news of the day. That big news is that Red Bull will be partnering with Ford from 2026 as the manufacturer returns to the team it sold to the energy drinks company back in 2004 before the then Jaguar team became Red Bull Racing for the 2005 season. So ahead of the launch, Ford confirmed it would be entering F1, and then a little later as the team was showing off its new paint job, Ford confirmed that it will be working with both the main Red Bull team and AlphaTauri until at least 2030 in a strategic partnership, and will provide expertise in areas including battery cell and electric motor technology, as well as power unit control software and analytics and combustion engine development. Ford has given two main reasons why it has made the decision to return to F1. The first is the growth of the sport, especially in the USA, and the second is the ever-increasing role that electric power will play in the 2026 power units, with Stefano Domenicali adding that the sport's drive towards net zero and sustainable fuel from 2026 was another reason. Now, Ford will not be building Red Bull an engine from scratch. This isn't like a Sauber Audi deal, for example, but it's bigger than the old naming deal they had with, for example, Aston Martin and Tag Heuer. So instead, Red Bull Powertrains will build an engine for 2026 as planned, with Ford offering some funding as well as that technical input I mentioned earlier in return for the naming rights of the units, giving us Red Bull Ford Powertrains. Super quickly, it is also worth noting that the FIA has confirmed that 6 engine suppliers have signed up to the new regulations in 2026, and they are, no great surprises, Ferrari, Mercedes, Alpine and Audi, and as we now know, Red Bull Ford as well, but Honda has also thrown its hat into the ring. Is there a potential deal to be done with a team like Williams, for example? Exciting times ahead for F1, so definitely watch this space. There we have it then. Ford are coming back to F1 in 2026. It is exciting and it is great news for the series. We've got Audi coming back proper, Ford essentially badging an engine with some technical input. There's still talk of the likes of Porsche entering, Andretti with General Motors using the Cadillac name, and now we've got Honda looking for a full-time return. If that all happens, it would be quite incredible. Perhaps unlikely that they're all going to come in 2026, but we'll see. On the specifics of Red Bull and Ford, though, it is exciting, even if it isn't a full power unit supply deal, and it's basically naming rights in exchange for cash and support. What I also love about it all, though, is, and if you've been following the channel for long enough, this will come as no great surprise, but what I do love is the whole story of Ford buying the team from Stewart, rebranding as Jaguar in 2000, selling to Red Bull in 2004, and then coming back in as a partner from 2026. Feels like we're almost going full circle, although actually the links between the two go back even further, because as I'm sure many of you will know, when Red Bull had a stake in Sauber in the 90s, they were powered by Ford. As for the livery, I've not really got much to say, surprisingly. It's a Red Bull livery, and that's absolutely okay. A lot of people will complain, but it is their brand. Just like the red Ferrari or a couple of years aside, the silver Mercedes. It's a branding thing. Don't get me wrong, would I have loved to have seen a camo bull or similar, or a one-off testing livery? Maybe that Mr. Doodle design car that we saw today? Yeah, absolutely, of course I would. But I'm one of those who has always liked the look that Red Bull goes with, so this year's car is, once again, fine. If you hate it, though, and want to see them run a design you've come up with, the team will be running a competition for fans to design the actual car livery for the 3 races in the USA this year. A new livery for each, which is a great opportunity. If you think you can do better than what we've seen today, then definitely get out there and give it a go. For those who might want a quick summary to round this off, what can I say? Really excited to see Ford back in F1, or at least the Ford name back in F1 from 2026. And the livery is basically what we all expected. That is it for this one then, but let me know in the comment section down below what you give the familiar livery out of 10 and what do you make of the deal with Ford. Now, I will be back on Monday and Tuesday next week with some initial reaction to the Williams and Alfa Romeo launches. In the meantime, though, if you did enjoy this one, then please do leave a like, as it really does help the channel out, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos or streams. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean, this has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.